This is what years of lies upon lies upon lies, and obviously the cancer of feminism does to people. They begin to believe in the lies, and the Kardashian family has a big part to play in all of this, because feminism has taught people to look up to this nonsense, and they believe in the lies of changing your bodies, although these will be the same people to claim to love yourself, yet they don't even love the bodies that they had originally, that they changed themselves, and then they'll say in the same breath to love yourself. Make it make sense.
Guess their age.
Okay.
Guess if they're natural or not. And then say what you think they have that.
Okay.
Okay, so the first girl is Jess.
She's 38, lips, nose. Yeah, so obviously she had some work done, in my opinion.
This is Harriet.
42, yes. Cheeks, lips, nose, fake lashes, brows,
Okay, perfect.
Botox.
And then this is Nicole.
Are those two different photos of the same person?
Yes, they're one of those.
No, this is
Or
Nicole.
yes, yeah, they're the same person, but two different photos. This is like her on Instagram versus her like, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna look at a real photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She's 35, lips, veneers, Botox, maybe a little cheek filler.
Is Samantha.
32, lips, veneers, nose, cheeks.
Do you want to hear their
Botox.
ages just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so Samantha is 26.
Oh God.
Nicole is 24.
Oh my God.
Harriet is 24.
Oh my God.
And then Jess is 25.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't watch this show. Maybe I should, but this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, plastic surgery and injectables done incorrectly can make you look older. So, boy, I was really off.
I feel like both, like a man and a woman.
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
But I also feel like neither and genderless. Like I'm both, but I'm neither. I really ID with being like androgynous, but I also really identify with being agender.
So which is it?
That's why I kind of like the term bigender, because I feel like I'm both, but also neither, so I feel like that works. But I feel like most of the time, when people hear like bigender, they just think like man and woman.
So you only got two choices.
I don't know. I think it's fun. There's so many different types of identities and expressions. I think it's all really interesting.
I am so confused right now.
Whether you feel like both a man and a woman is irrelevant. We all know what you are, and that's a man. And the beard and mustache is telling us all we need to know.
Okay, bring him down here. Come on, move it. Let's go get that drink. Hang on. What the fuck did I do wrong? Tell me.
Get back to your car. Get back to your car. I got a female screaming. Get back to your car.
Do it.
Negative. On a traffic stop. Yep. Non-compliant. Get back to your car. Get back to your car. Get back to your car.
The insanity that's going on in the world right now, where we have videos like this, and I'm not surprised that a video like this is going around, because in today's world, people want to cry victim at everything. Even if they are in the wrong, they'll say they're not wrong and cry victim.
I, as a plus size girl, wouldn't date someone who's plus size. Because
why is that?
Because I want a guy who I can look at and admire and be like, oh, you know, like, I would like to be that way. I would like to date someone who's fit, obviously, because I want them to be strong and, you know, all this stuff. They can also help me improve in my fitness journey, because I truly believe that when you're in a relationship with someone, you two influence each other so much. And I would like someone who can kind of help me in an area that maybe I'm struggling in.
But what if you're with a guy?
Ah, yes, you don't want a man who is fat, yet you are fat and claim you're plus sized because you need to look up to someone. So what is the man going to be looking up to you for?
I'm a 35-year-old white man.
Harrison, born Antoine Smalls, has transracial identity, identifying as Harrison Booth, a 35-year-old white man from Colorado.
And when did you know that you were a 35-year-old white man?
Well, I've always felt different. I go to the store, the movies, and just be thinking to myself, like, why am I not getting the respect I deserve? And then it just hit me. I'm white and 35.
My family just doesn't get it.
Why don't you think that they get it?
I don't think they get it because they don't realize that race is just a made-up thing. They grew up having labels, and me, I'm just not like that.
He go to school and that's it. One day he said, call me Harrison. I said, who's that? He said, me.
Do you believe that he is a white man?
I mean, he isn't. Shit, I'd love to wake up one day and say, hey, everybody, I'm Rihanna.
I have finally found a fellow man who identifies as a white person as well, just like myself. And it's really refreshing to see another person who identifies as a white person too.
My day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Can I be a bobcat?
If you want to identify as a bobcat, then I will support you.
Can I be a black person?
I don't know about that. That's not really a
But you're okay.
You're a bobcat.
You're okay
bobcat,
with
then.
identification fluidity then. Maybe
You
now
wanna
I'm
be
a
bobcat?
fox.
Nah, you're not a fox, dude.
Do you understand how things can quickly drift into societal chaos
but you're just
when
kinda
you
like
ignore
making
chromosomal
shit up.
structure?
Yeah, but that you're confusing sex and gender. I think you
No,
just don't
gender and sex are
understand.
directly related.
I just think you don't understand.
What don't I understand? Enlighten me.
That their gender is a social construct.
Prove it. How many genders are there?
Depends on how many people want to have.
How many do you want?
Whatever people feel legitimately comfortable with.
Okay,
like,
two.
I'm not gonna. Well.
Speaking on behalf of all the white women, because I am a white woman, this is absolute insanity. You can and should be able to identify as whatever you want, whether you want to change your gender from male to female, or you want to change your gender from female to male, or even if you want to change your race, you can do that. And I've done that myself because right now I identify as a white woman and have been for some time.
Girl math is spending 10 years to become a doctor only to daydream about being a stay-at-home mom. Wow, you give a feminist equality, they get reset back to their factory settings.
Politically, we are very different as well. You are very conservative. One of the most conservative people I know, I think, and I'm not. We can't really have conversations about that because it ends up in a fight.
Well, we don't fight. We haven't had any direct confrontations about it.
Because we don't talk about it.
Well, we've learned not to.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to leave the room than to have the conversation. So that way we can keep our relationship good.
I'll do a little rebuttal here. I'm very concerned about the direction our country's going. I think it's on a downward path and it's not good. That's my feeling. Maybe you feel different.
I don't think things are great, but...
the morality and the lack of values that our country's got now really concerns me a lot.
Well, I think we're all worried about the world we're leaving for our kids. So I think that's something we can agree on.
Although now we see where they both stand politically, I wouldn't have had to watch the full video to know what side both of them stood on because one of them already has that look. And everyone who's watching this video and subscribe to this channel know the look I am talking about.
Would you rather date a convicted felon or a Trump supporter?
A convicted felon. Convicted felon.
Why?
Sounds kind of hot.
Because it might not be that bad of a felony. And if it is bad, people can change.
Why would you not date a Trump supporter?
Just most of the Trump supporters, I've met, have been, very hardcore, shoving their opinions down your throat. So if they were, more, mellowed out, kind of, I'd be okay with dating them. Because it's your opinion's your opinion. But if they're shoving it down my throat, I'd rather go with the felon.
To me, this video is hilarious because more than likely, a lot of the women in this video that said they'd prefer to date a felon probably already are dating a felon, and these people are going to be future single mothers.
What about lesbians? Are they allowed in your changing rooms?
They're biological women.
No, but you're talking about women.
They're women.
Yeah, they're women.
But you're worried about women seeing your body?
I mentioned nothing
what's
about.
going on?
I mentioned nothing about. No. What I have a problem with is I don't want to see a naked man's genitalia. I'm married. I have a husband. You think my husband wants me seeing another naked man while he also gets to simultaneously, non-consensually at that, get to see me naked? No way. That goes against my values as a Christian. That goes against my values as a married woman. No way. That's what I have a problem with. It has nothing to do with his sexual orientation.
Listen here, Tintin. It's very simple. Women don't want men to go into their locker rooms.
What do you do for a living, Cameron?
I'm a carpenter.
A carpenter, right. So how safe is that for the climate?
Well, I work with timber, which is a much more sustainable material rather than concrete. I also
But you work with trees that have been cut down then, don't you?
It's a sustainable building practice.
How is it sustainable if you're killing trees?
because it's rejected.
As I've heard me say before, these people don't really care about the climate, or they don't care about race and gender. They just care about supremacy, and they want complete dominance over everyone.
What do you know?
That you're a musician. But that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby, I do music.
So you just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Interesting to me that people can't seem to grasp the fact that I'm a lesbian.
Trust me, with a voice that deep, I can definitely tell you you are not a lesbian and you are not a woman. But if you want to continue to live in your delusion and feel that way, you go ahead and continue to live in your delusion. After all, we do let kids believe in Santa Claus for a while.